All right, Coach Hess. Well, Ashland basketball is back. You guys open up here, next week? And, let's be honest, a lot of people are pegging you guys to be the favorite in the league this year.
Well, we're excited to get started for sure. I don't know if I'm quite on board with us being the favorite. I do think, we can be at the top of the league and be very competitive, but I expect the conference this year to be extremely competitive. Worcester brings a lot of guys back off their team that won the league last year. They got us twice a year ago. West Holmes is a much improved team, and they bring a lot of guys back. And Lexington and Senior and Madison as well, return a lot of players from last year. I do feel like we probably lost as much to graduation as anybody with the three guys that we sent on to the college. Eli White was a big part of what we were doing and the success we had last year.
Yeah, but you do return Dembo and Sturry, two guys that are hopefully lead your team. How do you keep your team calm? How do you keep the composure? Keep them focused, not on how good you're going to be, one game at a time.
Well, the big thing is that we've talked about this year is, controlling the controllables, where they control their attitude, effort, how much they put into practice on a daily basis, and just getting better every single day. Because we've had, a little bit of a struggle during our scrimmages, I'll be honest with you, with rebounding the basketball and on the defensive end. We're not where we want to be at this point. And so we need those guys, those experienced guys that you mentioned in Denbo and Sturry, to give us some leadership and to help bring these younger guys along that we're coming off the JV team that are going to be a big part of our season this year, and get them caught up to where the varsity speed is and the varsity, the way the game is played on the varsity level.
And then how do you kind of manage that defensive struggle then? Like, you as a coach, what do you do personally?
Well, we're making some adjustments. We're trying to tweak some things, some schematic things, I guess, to try to give our guys as much of an advantage as we can, because we're not blessed with a lot of size this year. Luke Jurjevic's our biggest guy, about 6'4", 6'5", and after that we've got 7 guards. So we've got 1 post player and 7 guards, and so we're going to try to do some things differently defensively than we've done in the past. And I think extending out some pressure and trying to force some up-tempo games, which really plays into our strength.
And then talk about, COVID last year was a huge impact on your season, and you couldn't have the fans. This arena wasn't full like it normally is. Kind of talk about how excited you are as a coach to see the fans back and how the players feel. Is the chemistry on the team a little better than what it was last year?
We had really good chemistry last year. I think we got good chemistry again this year, but the one difference was last year we were fortunate enough with the COVID situation. The guys that we had that were playing varsity for us did not play any other sports. So we had them, all summer, all fall last year. They were basketball players. And this year, it's a good thing. We've got guys involved in other things, but we have several guys that were on the golf team that played soccer, played football. So we didn't get quite as many workouts collectively as a unit because of guys being involved in other sports. So it's taken a little longer to build that chemistry on the floor. Chemistry off the floor, our guys are tremendous. They get along great. So that's not going to be an issue. I do think it'll be great to see fans back in the stands again. We had limited fans last year, and that made a big difference, for our home games. But to be able to get students back in the games and bring some excitement, because unfortunately we had a very good basketball team last year and nobody got to see it.
You're right, and I always say this is one of the best venues. The atmosphere, the jazz band, your student section. It will certainly be great to see everyone back.
Yeah, we're very fortunate with this community. They support all the school programs, especially basketball. It's always been well supported, and so it'll be exciting to get fans back in the stands and hopefully put a good product on the floor that they'll be excited to support.
Thanks, Coach.